Let's take a look at the euro dollar for the upcoming September the 16th session. And as you can see, here's this inclining channel that we had going on for several months on the euro dollar. And on the daily chart, as you can see here, it came above it. It's had a hard time even progressing. But price action actually moved enough over the last 20 or so hours to give us a little bit of idea what we should be looking for trading. Now again, look at that really tight consolidation, just a mess in there. So we're hoping that the euro is breaking out of this. Now as we get down to the 30-minute chart, what we're going to note is we've had this rally up. We're going to note a couple areas. We're going to note the previous resistance, which was up in this area here. And we're going to drop that line right here. We're going to note that previous resistance and see if it's going to be a support. So if we happen to close on a 1-hour chart above these highs here, then we're going to be looking to go long. If we close below these lows here on a 30-minute chart, you can see how close we are to this support area. We're not going to actually sell into that. We're going to see if price comes down in here and holds and maybe gives us some kind of futuristic trend line, right? Maybe coming down like this out here in the future. And any kind of close, if price holds down here, whatever trend line we can draw after it does come down here and holds, we're going to look for a close above this on the 30-minute chart. And then we're going to look to take some profit up at these highs and then see if it's going to continue on. So right now, we're not really looking for too many sells on this particular pair. Really looking for buying opportunities the way we see things setting up right now. One sell that you may keep your eye open for is this trend line here. If during the Asian market, again, it wouldn't have anything to do with these lows, a close below here on the 30-minute chart would still probably give us sufficient room to book 20 or 25, maybe 30 pips below price before price gets down to these lows. So really two buying opportunities, one selling opportunity for the upcoming September the 15th session. I should say September the 16th session. Boy, I'm just dyslexic in my speech today. Sorry about that, folks. And that's going to be a wrap for the Euro USD for the upcoming September the 16th session. Thank you. Let's take a look at the pound dollar for the upcoming September the 16th session. Again, here's this daily trend line. We're now back down below it, but as you can see price continuing to struggle with the 40-day exponential moving average, the yellow line, the yellow moving average line you can see in there, and the yellow 382 Fibonacci retracement that actually comes in from this weekly chart from this overall big downward move. You can see we're still battling in there with that. So if we go ahead and take a look down at what we see on the hourly chart, just a lot of up and down price action. What we're going to watch for is a couple things here with the pound dollar. We're going to watch and see, we don't want any buying opportunities. We're going to see if price comes up to this level up here, if it happens to spike up here. It's a 41-hour exponential moving average, and that's the daily trend line, that red line right there. Any kind of spike up into this area here, and then that would give us a nice little trend line to perhaps have break down. And if we get a close below that on a 30-minute, we'd be looking for a sell opportunity. Likewise, any close below this low here, right there, on a 60-minute chart, we'd be looking for a selling opportunity to take some money off the table down near these lows and see if it's going to continue on. Now remember, this daily trend line, as we've talked about before, it's been battling with this for the last few weeks, up and down, up and down, up and down around it, you can see. And so we're going to be taking our profit a little bit quicker and bigger chunks. So we're probably going to be taking 60-70% of our trade off, even though we're down here on a 30-60-minute time frame. We're going to be looking to take that money off the table, probably the larger percentage in that 20 to 40 pip range, depending on how price is moving. So not looking for any buying opportunities tonight on the pound dollar. We had a big move down yesterday, looking for a continuation of that. So we'd like to see it spike up here, retest this again as this previous support is resistance, maybe get this trend line break here on a 30-minute chart and be able to sell, or a selling opportunity below this point right here on a 60-minute chart. If you miss that up there, if it does happen to spike, and then again taking some money off the table as we approach these lows, and then leaving some on to see if it runs back down below that level. So that's going to be it for the pound dollar for the upcoming September the 16th session. Thank you for being here, folks. Let's take a look at the dollar Swiss for the upcoming September the 16th session. As you can see on the daily chart here, lots of consolidation. Again, just up and down, up and down. We're not a fan of any of this type of price action in here on the dollar Swiss. You can see it's mostly range bound. And so what we're going to do on this 1 hour chart is it's very, very simple. These are the lows. These are the lows in here. And any kind of close below this low here, this is that low after the breakout below that daily support level that we saw on the daily chart. Any kind of close here below these lows on a 60-minute chart, we'd be looking to sell. That's all we'd really be looking for on the dollar Swiss at this particular time. There's not a nice clean trend line, even if you get down in here into the 30-minute, and you'll see that. There's no real nice clean trend line to say, hey, we might be breaking to the upside because it's so choppy. Primarily, I'd rather the dollar Swiss go ahead and prepare a better buying opportunity for me. But I want to realize and remember that on the daily chart, as we'll back to real quick over here, we're down below this daily support level. And any close below these lows that we just noted here on the hourly chart would be a continuation of that move out of that channel that we were in for months. So any kind of close below here on a 60-minute chart, we'd be looking for a sell opportunity. And as the chart currently looks, where there are no real buy opportunities we'd be looking for. So that's going to be a wrap for the dollar Swiss for the upcoming September the 16th session. Let's take a look at the dollar yen for the upcoming September the 16th session. As you can see, we've come back up here and we did retest yesterday this previous support area as resistance. So let's move on down to the 1 hour chart and see if there's anything here setting up that we might like. And there is. We actually had a little bit of a rally and we've had a pullback. And on the 1 hour chart, you can see that the MACD has come up above the waterline. And for us, this is fairly significant. So we're going to remove some of these lines that we had in here from the previous day. We're also going to extend this out because this is a significant low here. We want to keep that on our chart. So we've turned a bit bullish here right now on the dollar yen. The only way we would think that there might be some bearishness coming in here is if we close above this short-term low here. If we close below this on a 60-minute chart, then we'd be looking for a sell. Let's straighten that out. We'd be looking for a sell. We'd be taking some profit down off the table down around this level right here. And then we would be looking to see maybe if there was a buying opportunity down here with some kind of trend line break. The other two opportunities, or the other opportunity I should say that we'll be watching for, is this trend line here. We're going to be watching for a break above this and a close above this level on a 30-minute chart, a close above this trend line here on the 30-minute chart. Again, giving us opportunity to take some profit off the table and up near this previous daily support, previous support now looking to be resistance level. And that could be a double top in here. And then we could be looking for a sell. So from the point where we are right now, a close below here on a 60-minute chart, 30 or 60-minute chart, primarily a 60-minute chart, we'd be looking to sell down to this area right here, take some money off the table, see if it keeps running. If it holds here, we'd be looking for a buy. During the Asian session, again, any kind of close above here on the 30-minute, we'd be looking for a buy. Price holds up anywhere up in this level right here, we'll be looking for a trend line break to the downside for a sell. So 2 buys, 2 sell opportunities for the dollar yen for the upcoming September the 16th session.